Okay, that was a little mean because there's something you probably don't know how to do. Thought about that after I stopped recording. If this is 0 and you're looking for 1.39, that's going to be somewhere around here, and we're looking for everything to the left. Well, you got to put in a low number for this thing, right? So I'm going to go second and variables. I'm going to do normal CDF. What do I want to put for a low number? Well, we have almost all the data by -3. We could go to -4, -10. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to pick a number ridiculously far on the left here to incorporate all of that data. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to put -1,000. So I'm going to go from 0 past -1, past -2, past -3, all the way to -1,000. My upper number is 1.39. The mean is 0. The standard deviation is 1. And I get 0.9177. 91.77% of data values are less than a data value with a standard deviation of 1.39 standard deviations above the mean. Sorry, forgot what I was saying there. Okay, greater than -2.15. There's 0. I'm just going to draw it over here. -2.15 is there, and I'm looking for all of that shaded area. So here's what I'm going to put in my calculator. Normal CDF. I should have wrote the other one above it. I'll do that in a second. My lower number here starts at -2.15. And it's everything above that. So I'm going to go past 0, past 1, past 2, past 3. I'll just put 1,000 in here. And then a 0 and a 1. And hit enter. And the z's that are, the percent of z's that are greater than 2.15 ends up being 98.42%. Let's write up this one. That one ended up being normal CDF -1,000 as a left value way over here up to 1.39 and 0 and 1. Okay, and then part number 3 said get in between, we'll put a 0 down, -0.56 and 1.81. That's the area I'm looking for. It's an interval. So I go over here. Well, let me write it down first. It'll go normal CDF. It will start at -0.56 as a left part of my interval. It'll go up to 1.81, so I put 1.81, and then 0 and 1 for the mean and standard deviation. So go to my calculator, hit second and variables to get to the distribution menu. We'll do number 2, and it goes -0.56. The upper value of my interval is 1.81 and 0 and 1. And I hit enter, I get 0.6771. 67.71% of data values are in between values with z-scores of -0.56 to 1.1. For the 5th percentile, this one's pretty easy. You just go inverse norm on your calculator and you go 0.05, 0, and 1. So hit second and variables, go to inverse norm, and we put 0.05 and 0 and 1, and we'll call this one left. If you don't have a calculator, it's definitely left. And I get a z of -1.645. That's how many standard deviations you have to be below the mean to be the 5th percentile. Now the 80th percentile, I'm just going to write inverse norm, 0.80 with a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of 1. And I'll hit second and variables. I'll do an inverse norm. It's 0.80 with a 0 and a 1. And I'm going to paste that and hit enter. And the z that I get is 0.8416. Now that is not a percent. That is 0.8 of a standard deviation above the mean. 0.84. I'll just write it as 2 decimals like we do the rest of them. That looks like a percentage because we have so many percentage things that we've been dealing with, but it's not. It's the number of standard deviations above the mean to get to the 80th percentile. Okay guys, your homework will be on Canvas. Have a good day.